Hey, welcome to our episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Doing another beer that I got in my last Tavor crate, and the new crate is on its way. This is another one out of Texas from 903 Brewers. Welcome to Canada, actually Sherman, Texas. Pretty cute cartoon label there. So it's a maple coffee stout, and it's a big one. It's 11.3 ABV. It is not bourbon barrel aged. It's just an imperial stout, and just says stout aged on coffee and maple. And it looks like it was canned in February. All right, so I poured it into the glass, and looks like a stout. Very dark brown, approaching black. Pour it right down the middle, the Randy Mosher way. Actually comes to I don't know, 2-3 fingers of foam, but it does dissipate pretty quickly. And it has left a, half a pinky of, brown, light brown foam. Let's give this thing a whiff. Actually, I don't even need to. I don't even need to give it a whiff. I can smell it from here, and it does smell like maple syrup. Yes, but it smells like Aunt Jemima maple syrup, not the good stuff in the glass bottle. That's super expensive. It smells like a kid's like Eggo waffles with, just generic supermarket maple syrup on it. There is a coffee presence here, though. Yeah, kind of a like a breakfast blend kind of coffee, not like super like deeply roasted. Maybe like a slightly cold brew. So this is not like a Cuban, or French roast or something like that. So it smells very sweet. There's definitely an essence of chocolate here, even though there's no chocolate in the beer as far as I can tell. But my mouth is watering. Let's dive in. Cheers, or as they say in Canada, cheers, eh? Wow. That is sweet and strong, I might add. I've actually had quite a few pastry stouts from 903 Brewers that I got on Tavor, by the way. And it's funny because some of them have been like awesome and delicious, and some have been like kind of disgusting or just maybe just not to my taste. This one, I would not call this disgusting at all. No, this one's pretty good. I will say the caveat is that, like I said on the aroma, it smells kind of, like cheap maple syrup. Kind of tastes that way too. I think the first thing I get is like the maple syrup. Again, tastes like a kind of a generic mass market maple syrup. Very sugary. Coffee in the background and into the aftertaste. There's definitely, and what's nice about this beer and other beers like it is like, it's kind of like that Denny's or IHOP kind of beer. In fact, I don't know why they don't partner with Denny's or IHOP to say, or at least like do like a parody label, because like this is kind of the aftertaste I have in my mouth right now is like the aftertaste you would have at a diner where you're eating pancakes with maple syrup and finishing it with a cup of coffee. It's pretty much the same, except a lot of alcohol. Now that beer's starting to warm up, and I had let it sit out for like probably a good 10 minutes or so. As it's warming up, like it's getting a little more cloying, it's getting a little more faux tasting, like that, just like the, I don't want to say cheap, but just like the not super authentic maple syrup. I think the alcohol does like a little bit of balance because it's like it's warming and kind of drying. So the aftertaste is kind of even of like both like, dry alcohol, but at the same time also like sugary sweetness. So, yeah, this one's good. It's not great, but I like it. How much do I like it? Before I tell you, let me plug Tavor. This was only $5.99 on there, which is pretty good considering it's 11.3 ABV. A full 16-ounce pint can would have been nice, but it's funny. Like I hardly even see like 12-ounce cans anymore. But yeah, I think that's a good deal. All right, so if you want to sign up with Tavor, get cool beers like this that you can't get at your local store, there should be a QR code here. Scan that. Or just go into the pinned comment or the description box. There's a hyperlink. Gets you $10 off your first purchase if you use my code. All right, so my score for the not maple coffee stout. It's actually called Welcome to Canada. I like it. It is nowhere near Founders CBS, but it's a lot better than some of like the really out there pastry stouts and stuff, but like this is a solid pastry stout. I don't think it needs to be 11.3. They could have done like probably 8% and it would have been just as good. For 11.3, I would want like a little bit more complexity, a little bit more richness. This one is simple, I guess, for lack of a better term. But yeah, I like it. So I'm going to give a solid 7.5 for the Welcome to Canada maple coffee stout. It's good. It's not great. Not bad at all. I definitely have no trouble finishing this. All right, so I am rambling. If you watch all the way in, you know you're awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you for Chad's Beer Podcast. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Reviews.
Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.
This probably didn't need to be 11.3 ABV. I'm not rhyming. I don't know.